Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am sitting at my sewing machine. I just pulled out this little stack of scraps. I've been using these for, quite a few videos and I still have a lot. I'm going to continue using them. I have no clue what I want to do. Obviously, it will be something scrappy, and I'm thinking of maybe reminding you how you can make a quilt block that looks like you started with very narrow strips, but you didn't. All right, let's give that a shot. And I know I've probably done it maybe a few times, but I don't remember, and you probably don't either. Doesn't hurt to try again. Okay, so I have these scrappy strips. I created these strips by cutting layer cakes into other size pieces, and this is what was left. Now, one way I do this, I have pinked edges because it was a layer cake, but that doesn't matter. This is fairly wide. It's not quite 2 inches, so it's easy to handle. And I'm just going to do a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Oh, it doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't matter at all in this case because we're just creating a strip set. But I always just put my foot on the edge of my fabric. And let's just sew all the way down. Let's send 2 more through. So let's send this one through and this one through. Let's just send this one through. Let's do 2 more. Now, let's go ahead and do this on the other side too. Okay, so I'm just going to flip these and I'm going to sew the other side. And I'm going to my cutting mat and I'm going to lay this baby down and I'm going to cut through both. And this one, maybe I'll cut it in the center, down the center. Maybe this one, maybe I'll cut it a little bit more to this side or to that side. This one, maybe I'll cut it a little bit wonky. I don't want to go too close to my sewn edge because we're going to press those open, and that's how we're going to start the strip set. So, the middle, but it doesn't have to be perfectly in the middle. Now I have this. I have all these pieces that I cut. Just remember, it doesn't have to be exactly in the center, and it doesn't have to be straight. You can do it a little bit wonky if you want. I'm going to go press these open. So now I have a bunch of things that look like this. Now, if we would have started with narrow strips like this and tried to sew them together, of course we can do it, but it's not as stable. There's not as much fabric, and it's just, a little bit harder to keep it together. So this was really easy. For some reason, I managed to use this particular print twice, but that's okay. So now we're just going to take 2 strips, any 2, and we're going to do this again, but we're only going to sew on one side this time. So you can just match it up any way you want, or you can just lay them down and not care. And again, this is a nice width of fabric, so it's going to be easy to handle. And I'm just going to sew down this side. Now I'm going to send through 2 more, and if you want it to look like you have very narrow strips, you can do a wider seam allowance. I'll do a wider one here, like maybe a 1/2 inch. See how this one is much narrower than this one? And that's what we like. So let me put this down on here, and so that should be wonderfully wonky. This one is quite a bit more narrow. Let's just lay that down here. And this time there's nothing to cut. I'm just going to go press these open. And now I have strips that look like this. See, look at the black and white print there. Look how narrow that is. We didn't start with anything narrow like that. That's what I love about this. Look at this purple. Look at how narrow. And look at, they're wonky. And I love that too. Look. This makes me so happy. Now I'm going to put these two together. And these two together. Pressing these open. Look. See how cool that is? We're making new fabric. Now I have two choices. I could cut these into 4 3-inch squares or 3.5-inch squares, which would be adorable. But I also like the looks of it as one big square. So we're going to do that just so you can get the full effect. So I'm just going to sew these two together. I think I want that yellow in the middle, so I'm going to sew it that way. I'm going to press open and trim, and then I'll be right back. Before I show you the block that I love so much, I want to show you. I was able to trim it to 6.5 inches square, and this is what I had left. Now I am going to put a piece of fabric there and sew it on, just so that this doesn't fall apart, and that's the beginning of, another crumb block. But I have to show you. I have to show you the block. Are you ready? You're gonna fucking love it. You will. You're gonna fucking love it. I know it. Tell me in the comments that you fucking love it. Oh my God. Look at this. I will show you up close. It just looks like that is a print all on its own. Now, of course, I have these funky prints that go together, but yet they're unique. You know, they're different. There's stripes, there's like rainbow shapes, and there's, but look. Oh my goodness. I just love it so much. So give it a try. Give it a try. You're going to be madly in love with this process. I can't wait to do more of this. Now, so many of you say, oh, I can't wait to see what you do with that block. No, I just show you the block. This goes into a pile of blocks that will never have a life outside of the closet. One of these days, I even brought a bag full of the blocks that I've made over the years. I hope that is here somewhere. I still have boxes I haven't unpacked. Anyway, I just wanted to show this to you. I'll do a little slideshow right now so you can marvel at it. Please subscribe. I'll be back with more soon. Bye. Before you go, I want to show you how I'm going to save this crumb. I have a strip like this. I have a strip like this. I on purpose picked things that are not here. Put them right sides together, and I'm going to sew. So I have this side encased, and now I'm going to put it on this to hold the other side in place. And now this can go in my crumb box. And I can cut pieces at an angle if I want. I can make this more narrow if I want. But that keeps all those little, ends together, because that could end up falling apart a little bit. That's what it looks like on the back side. And that's what I do. So it's going in my crumb box, and this will be added into a crumb quilt block. Okay? Can you believe it? I seriously find it hard to believe how easy this was. It was so easy. People will say, you put all those little strips together, and you say, yes, I did. Thank you so much for watching.